Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And boy, oh boy, we have an interesting episode for you guys. You definitely don't want to miss, so make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, let the drama begin, okay? The drama is here. According to reports via CBSSports.com, Kyrie Irving has made it clear to the Nets that if they're not going to extend him and give him a Supermax contract, he would be willing to walk and explore other options. And I actually want to get into the article quickly here. The article essentially starts off with the headline. Let me just get into it here. It says, Kyrie Irving gives Nets sign and trade options if no deal gets done. Kevin Durant weighing future per reports. The article continues on. Just when you thought the situation brewing in Brooklyn couldn't get any more volatile, the Nets are suddenly at risk of losing both of their remaining superstars. Star point guard Kyrie Irving has been attempting to negotiate a contract extension with the Nets for some time, but reports have indicated that talks have reached an impasse. He has now given the Nets a list of teams he would be interested in joining via trade, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. Kevin Durant, meanwhile, is said to be monitoring the situation and is considering options with his future, according to Shams. Irving's list of destinations goes 6 teams deep. The teams are the Lakers, Los Angeles Clippers, New York Knicks, Dallas Mavericks, Miami Heat, and Philadelphia 76ers. The Lakers have been viewed as the most serious threat to landing Irving, and former teammate LeBron James will seemingly relish reunion with his former point guard. And then basically the article continues. I don't want to get too bogged down in the details of that article, but essentially that's what the article had to say there. So that's where things stand at the current moment. And because of that, teams like the Clippers and Lakers have come up as potential destinations, according to what the report said, and Kyrie Irving would like to land in those various destinations. And I've been reading some of the comments that people have been leaving on various talk shows talking about that, reading a lot of articles, and the temperature out there seems to be a little bit of excitement. But there's one person in the media who has been critical of Kyrie Irving all season, and that person has been Stephen A. Smith, and he has some serious reservations about Kyrie Irving, and he sent some serious warnings that I think the Laker fans need to listen to. So for those of you, especially Laker fans, who did not hear what Stephen A. Smith had to say, we want to play what he had to say here. It's quite lengthy, but I think it's important, some of the things that he had to say, because now we're talking from a team standpoint, not a vaccine standpoint. So for those people ready to bring that up, please just see yourself out of the, just exit stage left. We're talking about basketball right here. So for those of you who missed those comments, take a listen to what Stephen A. Smith had to say yesterday on ESPN First Take. We're going to come back and react to it. Take a listen to that.
See, this is the kind of stuff that makes me go, no, I don't want to see no highlights. No more highlights. Put Monica and Wendy on the screen. No highlights. See, this is the part that annoys the living hell out of me.
Okay.
Kyrie is box office. Yeah. That's why I'm frustrated. I'm not frustrated because, I dislike Kyrie. I don't give a damn. I don't lose no sleep over Kyrie. I'm eating Thanksgiving dinner, I'm exchange Christmas gifts, I'm gonna live my life. I slept very, very well last night, in case you can't tell. I'm very energized. I'm not tired like I was yesterday off of a red eye. I slept very, very well. Kyrie Irving don't faze me. I don't have anything against the brother. My point is, facts need to be stated. The man wants to do what he wants to do. Hold on, Eminem, because this is important.
I got you.
And you understand all of this. The brother does what he wants. He shows up to practice when he wants. He leaves practice when he wants. He disappears when he wants. He's inaccessible when he wants to be. He conducted, I'm going to repeat it again because Wendy, you cover this game too. The man takes the team after they finish practicing, Eminem. After Steve Nash has conducted a practice, Kyrie Irving was taking dudes and bringing them on the basketball court to conduct his own practices. Do you understand the level of disrespect? And then on top of it all, for all of that to happen, here we are, we talking principle, right? KD, my man, I can never see myself leaving him. You ain't thinking about how you left him hanging. You thinking about your money. You took a $17 million pay cut because of the whole vaccine thing and you refused to show up, right? But you were banking on getting $250 million this coming summer. That's why you wasn't fazed by it. And now, after you've missed 60% of your games, after you haven't been available, when you were healthy enough to go in the bubble and play, but when they told you you couldn't play, that's when you tried to discourage other people from playing. When you sat up there after a 10-month hiatus and come back for 2 weeks, and then you need to take a break because of the riots at the U.S. Capitol. Last year, because of the mandate, on top of all the perks that you just took advantage of and completely exploited, you are actually sitting here and you are so appalled that nobody would want to get, the Brooklyn Nets wouldn't want to guarantee you $250 million because they're afraid you're not going to show up to work, that you are literally sitting there and threatening them. I'll pass on this player option at $37 million and I'll take $30 million less just off of principle. Think about that for a second. How could you possibly feel good about that? Let him go. Let him go. Call his bluff. Call his bluff. You the Brooklyn Nets, go ahead. I double dare you. You a man of principle, right? That's what you're weighing about the money, right? You don't mind leaving KD hanging, right? And think about this. If you leave, you're the one that convinced KD to come to Brooklyn. And after he comes to Brooklyn, you do all of this stuff, and then you going to leave him hanging? That's what you're going to do to KD, your boy, who has supported you by shutting the hell up and not saying a damn word about you, because we all know there's none but ammunition for KD to throw him under the bus. And KD has never done it. And that's the brother you're going to leave hanging. The same brother that you went on a podcast with over last year, a couple of years ago, and you said, quote, I mean, it's nice to be with somebody that, you know what, it's the first time in my career when I ain't worried about somebody taking the last shot instead of me, which was clearly a shot at LeBron, who, by the way, you on the phone with now, looking to reunite with, off of your principle. Are you kidding me?
So you heard what Stephen A. Smith had to say here, say in that clip. So first of all, let me say why we decided to play that clip. We played that clip because there are always variables, it seems like, when you're dealing with Kyrie Irving. It's not just the basketball player and what he's bringing you on the court. There's so many other things that you need to take into account. And I think Laker fans, if you are able to get Kyrie Irving, or if you're serious about Kyrie coming to your team, I think you guys should go into that situation, that relationship, with your eyes wide open. I think Laker fans should have a clear understanding of what they are getting. You're going to get a bona fide scorer, a very efficient basketball player, a player that has championship experience, a guy that hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history, so he's one of the most clutch basketball players in the NBA. You're getting all of those different things, but you're also going to be getting a lot of variables. And is one of the reasons I'm unsure as a Clipper fan if the Clippers should go after Kyrie Irving. Right now, if the Lakers are going to get him for $7 million, according to reports, if he declines the player option, then have at it, right? Have at it. If you think that it's worth a pass, then go ahead and do it, right? If you think that that's what you guys need. But for me, I have some serious reservations about it. And I think a lot of the points that Stephen A. Smith brought up, which are basketball related, because they're talking about his behavior as it pertains to how it may affect a team that he is on, I think Laker fans should at least take inventory of it, right? I don't think you should just summarily dismiss everything that he said and said he's a hater, because, listen, Kyrie Irving, for as great as he is as a basketball player, there are some plus and minuses that I think Laker fans need to be aware of. And I think Stephen A. Smith brought up some very good points. And I think a lot of you guys should take heed to it.